Hey, this is CashCowspokertv coming at you again. We have a fantastic three-handed battle today between the Cash Cows themselves. You got Eric White, Ryan Shaw, and Daniel Jones battling out here. You got picks there in the 6th seat, Jones in the 7th, and me coming up in the 10 seat. On commentary today with me is Ryan Shaw. He's going to help you guys with the play-by-play of how I take this beatdown. We are at 25.50 with a big blind ante of $1/4 a man for 75 cents. Picks, come on in with us.
We got the optional straddle for $1 on the dealer button, which wasn't being used throughout the first part of the game, but it was an auto straddle halfway through, I believe.
Yeah, we jump right through into the first hand here. I've got an average 10-7. Picks is jumping out with a nice ace-6 suited beginning, and Jones, as you'll see, is kicking in with rags. Pickles opened up nicely here on the button for $1.50 with his ace-6, and I've made the call.
Pretty standard open and call here, I would say.
Three-handed, you're going to see a ton of calls in spots like this. You're going to see a lot of light play because we have also all been playing together for years, so we know each other's maneuvers and patterns, which forces you to switch it up in short-handed affairs like this.
This is probably going to go check, bet, fold, I would have to assume. Yeah, Pickle leads out for a small amount. I'm still playing tight here early in the game. I have no doubt I'll open up my range of calling and floating here soon. Yeah, but not with 10 high most of the time.
Let's get into the promotions early as we're shuffling up and dealing here. We want to give a shout out for starters to the Winners Poker League in Perth, Australia. They're fantastic. Also to our buddy over at the Talking Dog Productions, Joel DeLita. And we'll have plenty more shout outs and promo spots to do throughout the match. Let's get on to the next hand here, coming back at Cash Cows Poker TV. And
I'm assuming Jones straddled.
Yeah, I got to think Jones has the straddle on here, and King Jack's going to be super strong three-handed.
He's the master deferment.
I look like I'm going to think about it for a minute, but I imagine I'm not going to do much. No, Jones didn't straddle. He's just going to open for a raise.
Either way, he's going to win this one.
Yeah, I quickly fold. I assume Pix is right behind me. Fold. You're going to see some standard poker here in the first little bit. Everybody getting a feel for the table, seeing how each people are playing today. We've now agreed to start showing one card every time when a person wins a hand, and that's going to add a lot more spice to the situation as well.
Yeah, that was used well throughout the game. I thought it was pretty fun.
All right, guys, while you're watching this, if you haven't heard our boy Pix already, like and subscribe. We're having a lot of fun doing it. We hope you're having fun watching it. Got a lot of sweet spots to follow us if you want on Twitter, Instagram, Flipboard, Tumblr, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Literally, you Google us, you find us at CashCowspokertv. Check us out. Back to the action. Me waking up on the button here with eights. And we got a fold from Pix first to act. No limps for you, huh? We got a fold from Jones. I'm going to actually take a walk on my straddle with my eights. This is kind of how the day is going to go, it looks like, pretty much.
The start of it right there.
Yeah, that's the start, is getting no action with your eights on the straddle. Not like it's a monster, but it's certainly pretty strong three-handed pre-flop.
You definitely want to see a flop with it.
Big thank to Zach on Twitter. Zach at It's 3 Exit is his Twitter handle. He's been doing some mad promoting, mad sharing for Cash Cows Poker. We really appreciate him. We look forward to starting season 2. He's one of our featured players as well. You'll be seeing a lot of him. And let's zoom back into the action here.
Looks like I haven't straddled here yet, so there's that 9-7 offsuit. Yeah, I don't know if I open up here or not. I'm pretty sure I do. To $1.50.
I gotta think I 3 you here, and you fold. Surely I'm not smart enough to flat.
I'm pretty sure you make it something ridiculous, so I have to fold. Like 5 more. Yeah, I can't call 5 more with 9-7.
You could if you wanted to.
It's not even suited.
We're three-handed. Give me a break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he could have called me there if he wanted to. We're obviously going to have a lot of commentary battles today because literally of the 3 players playing, 2 of them are giving you commentary on the game. A gentleman shows his aces, and we move on to the next hand.
I'm ready to see these players with merchandise on.
As do I. We got the merchandise on their way. We got hats. We got some patches. We got some full-on cash cow gear. Shout out to the HPT in North Kansas City at Ameristar, happening, I believe, July 20th through July 28th, 29th. Anyway, it's a fantastic little event here in the Midwest. They have them all over the place. They're good fun. And we zoom back into the action here with Jones on the button with no straddle again. And what's he going to do? Apparently I'm giving a speech right now about something.
Pretty standard.
We apologize. We could zoom back in for this speech, but I assure you guys it's not worth listening to. All right. Jones mucks the suited king deuce on the button. A little surprising there, I think. But, you know, again, it's early in the game. I limp, and we get a check from Pickle.
Well, at least my diamonds are live now.
Heads up to the flop. And you got to flop a 10-6 deuce. Your diamonds are still live. And I think I check here. Pickle leads a little something. I'm going to immediately go for the check raise. Shut it down early. Picks folds. I wanted to see if he had anything legit there, if he just had, you know, a bet. Clearly just a bet, as you can see on screen. And on to the next one. You may notice Jones is wearing a Broncos hat. He is a lifelong Broncos fan. We have a live fantasy football draft coming up September 2nd through the 4th. We're not exactly sure on the official date. It will be a fantasy football draft PPR live streamed, $100 buy-in. You guys will see it. You'll see these guys along with the rest of our poker crew and a few football-only guys that are going to be participating. We also will have a Sunday morning fantasy football podcast going with that, so be checking that out. It's going to be some cool stuff we're doing this season. Coming back in, me with the button. Got myself a queen 4 on said button, and I'm going to let it go. I guess that's about as tight as Jones's fold on the last one.
No.
Folding the best high card, though. You're never proud of that when you see it on screen. Like, I could have just raised and took it down right here. Picks ain't defending. And then the flop's nothing but high cards. I can rep that after I make the pre-flop raise. So.
Alright, we got an 8-3 show.
Alright, we got a little bet from Picks and then a quick fold from Jones. That's a nice little theft there. And I have to go over and readjust our live feed momentarily and make sure everything's going smooth. We were also streaming this game live on YouTube while we were shooting it for you guys in a post-production mode. So if you want to check that out, that's Cash Cows Battle 3-handed with Andes over on our YouTube page at Cashcowspokertv on YouTube. You can subscribe and check that out. You see more of an above view and a live feed where right now you're getting a post-production with proper commentary. I stress the commentary part, not the proper. Man, I'm really taking a minute with this YouTube too. So let's use this time to fill in. Picks, give us a rundown of our sponsors here and who we're partnered up with. Start from the top of the list, sir.
We got Darcy Cavanaugh at Winners Poker League down in Australia. Our partner down in Australia that we like to post YouTube videos from them, and they post YouTube videos from us.
Really nice group of guys doing the same thing we're doing, like small stakes for love of the game poker and putting the smaller poker player on the map with this stuff. Very cool stuff there from Australia.
And then we got Joel DeLita at Talking Dog Productions. What'd you say, Talking Dog Productions?
Yeah. Pickle doesn't know this guy. I met him in Vegas. He's basically a media blogger guy that, you know, he'll do interviews, and he does really cool interviews that just where it doesn't matter what field of the industry you're in, like he just does interviews with anyone and talks about crazy cool stuff. So check him out. That's Joel DeLita at Talking Dog Productions over on YouTube as well, Talking Dog Productions. Back into the hand here. We got Picks on the button with a Jack 10. Me and the big with a 9 deuce, and Jones looking pretty solid with a King Queen here in the small blind. We got a raise from Picks, a call from Jones, and I'm going to go ahead and come along with him for fun. Because why not?
Yeah, because we're having fun with the 9 dewey. We're
just having a good time. All right. Flop is 8-6-3. No improvement there for anyone, it doesn't look like. We got a check from Jones, and I'm going to lead $3 here.
Because why not? Because we're feeling screwy.
And I get a fold from picks immediately. I think Jones will be a nice guy and let me have this one too. I look like the type of guy who could have an 8-6 or a 3. And we appreciate your business there, Jones. We're going to take down. You guys are going to see this a lot. Like, I'm not winning any pots today that I don't barrel off on. And I show the deuce there, so they probably at least think I have a straight draw, which we know on TV
when
is
you show the
untrue.
deuce, we know it's a bluff.
We don't know it's a bluff. It could be a semi-bluff with a straight draw there, or bottom pair.
Well, yeah, semi-bluff.
I would,
anyway.
If they didn't make me show the deuce, I wouldn't have showed the deuce. Let's put it that way. Alright guys, hope you're enjoying this. Check out our esports channel as well. It's actually not a separate channel, it's on our YouTube, but a lot of the times we're streaming Madden, we're streaming NBA 2K, FIFA. We stream some more cartoonish video games like Towerfall. Me and my wife play a lot of Street Fighter against one another, and we stream that as well. So be checking that out. That's Cashcowspokertv Esports. Jones waking up on the straddle here with an absolute studly ace-queen. That's huge three-handed. I gotta assume I'm gonna be probably being active here with a king-5 as well.
Just how I.
No, I decide to get out. It's quite a decision. You limp. Now, if you guys don't know, Pickle's making the comment to me right now on the feed about costing him 50 cents. And then Jones raises. And we're going to go ahead and see a flop here. Now, talk to me about this hand picks. You're going ahead and you're limp calling with Jack-6 suited here. Are you just trying to outflop? Are you trying to outplay? What's your take here?
Yeah, I'm basically just trying to see a flop. Didn't think he had a huge hand there. That's the only reason why I would call.
Pretty phenomenal flop for you right there with the king 7-3 2 clubs giving you the third nut flush draw.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and lead out with that.
It's a standard lead, I think, three-handed with any piece of the flop, draw or made. I feel like Jones is going to think about it here for a while, and then he's probably going to flat. Did he call?
I believe so.
Okay, yeah, that's a flat call. Here we go. To the turn, we got an 8. Still no improvement for picks. But at this point, he's already represented something on the flop, so I feel like he's going to go here again. Am I right on that, or are you going to check this?
No, don't see how I could lead here. If I lead and then he raises, there's no way I can call. So I'm just going to check call at this point.
I think you still have fold equity. This again, you're hearing two different commentators take two different routes on the hand. I say that it is possible for you to still be able to call for the simple fact that we are three-handed, depending on the amount you lead and the amount he would raise it to.
But if I bet and then he raises, I have to fold. So I don't really want to do that.
I mean, what are you giving him credit for if he decides to raise here? Ace-king? I mean, king-queen? That's like the top of his range right here, I feel like, the way this is playing out, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm not just going to call with the flush draw out of position and then hope that he calls if I hit a club because he's not going to.
I'm with you there. I feel like if you barreled the first one, I always try to continue on with that if I'm going to do it. Keep my fold equity strong. I missed a few spots last night in the same situations where I just needed to barrel one more time and it would have worked. But I let the guy get there and then I checked and let him show his hand, instead of running him off of it like I should have. We got a bet from Jones and a call there, and we're going to the river. Now we've got a pair of sixes now for picks. He has now made the best hand somehow. Feel like, what are you gonna do here? Are you gonna turn the best hand? Okay, I didn't know if you were gonna turn the best hand into a bluff or not.
The sad part is I thought my sixes were they might be good here some portion of the time.
Jones was definitely getting outside of the box in this game, but we didn't find that out obviously until we're doing the editing and looking at the video of how outside the box he got parts of this game, but he got out there. I'm like tight but aggressive, even three-handed, very aggressive for some plays here from three-handed. I don't see you being able to call this bet, but I don't remember what the actual action happened.
Yeah, I thought about it for a while.
We got a bet here from Jones that looks like about $13 to $14, I believe. Is that accurate? I can't see because the board's directly in the way.
It might be more than that. Yeah, the board is in the way.
Right.
gonna be a tough call with sixes.
Definitely.
Maybe if it's not three hearts, it's a little bit easier.
Yeah, like at this point, some of the high cards that missed have now got there with flush connectors. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Just a better pair of 7s or 8s, for sure. All right, we got a fold from picks. Jones takes it down. Moving right along to the next hand. Guys, if you're still watching this right now and you haven't yet hit subscribe, I don't see what you're holding back on. Unlike most things that you subscribe to in life, this is 100% free. You can't say that about very many things in the world anymore.
Yeah, might as well click on those notifications as well.
And maybe you guys are checking this out, and you've stumbled across, and you're like, well, I'm not really that much into poker. We also have some other stuff for you guys. We have tractor pulling. Let's say you're big into tractors. You love that stuff. My old man pulls tractors, Bruce White pulling. We have some videos on there. Pretty impressive stuff. Pretty cool, you know, high-tech, high-end stuff with that. We got a little something for everybody. I can honestly say if you click on our channel, you're gonna find something that you enjoyed, or you got to laugh because the banter's pretty fucking good. So, all right, on to the next hand here. Got Jones with the ace king suited in the small. We got picks on the button with 10-5, and me in the big blind with the king 6 off.
Man, you guys are really waking up with some hands here. That's what I thought was happening whenever I was playing, but I wasn't sure. I was pretty sure.
You didn't know if we were folded or if there was actually hands.
Just aces, ace king, ace queen.
Right. Well, that's what we like to do, you know.
King queen. I have yet to get anything nearly that good.
You know, I'd like to think I'm going to make the good. Jones raises to about 5 1/4 right here. I'd like to think I'm going to fold king 6. Intelligently.
Yeah, raise and a re-raise.
Yeah, I'd like to think that would happen.
Yeah, I would hope to think that my partner in the tag team event at HPT on Monday would fold that there.
That's right. A lot of updates coming from that HPT. Jones takes down this pot. We're going to have a lot of updates on Twitter, Instagram, probably do some YouTube live.
We got me and Eric as one team and Jones and Phil as another team. One of us will be taking that down on Monday night. HPT.
And again, the Phil he's referring to is Phil Goody. You'll see him in a lot of our Season 1 stuff. Another founding member of Team Cash Cows. Good guy, good poker player. You'll see a lot of them. You'll see a lot of them on the live feeds coming up. There's serious poker to be smashed, and we plan on doing it.
Probably have some live updates from HPT this coming up week.
And again, if you guys want to follow those live HPT updates, that's on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook at CashCouspokertv. Very simple, at CashCouspokertv. You type that in on anything, you're going to find us, we promise. All right, back to another hand here. Jones, ace 4 suited on the... Now, these are 3 solid hands. Ace 4 offsuit on the button for Jones. Got ace jack suited in the small blind for me, and you're sitting on king 7 suited in the same suit.
Another tight
In the
fold
big.
with ace 4. Like, I just...
Did he just open fold that?
Ever fold with any ace on the button, 3-handed, ever.
I'm surprised by that myself as well. He's obviously got a plan because he does very well at this game. Like,
he's obviously playing tight and then very aggressive.
Yeah,
he gets
like
in
tight
there.
and then I mean, he knows where he's at there. Apparently, he was somehow able to see my cards before I had acted on them, which is the most impressive of ways to see them.
I mean, most of the time, right there, I'm just gonna re-raise you a shooter, but you just made it too much.
You know, that's not the type of hand I really need to see a flop with per se. Nothing wrong with just taking it easy. Laying back a little bit. You don't always have to have pedal to the metal there.
Right.
But
when you get shooter, sometimes you just have to.
Shooter, for those of you who are watching, is unfamiliar. That's what goes for king 7 offsuit or suited around where we're from. It's a guy with a gun. Shooter.
Yeah, you point your gun at him.
Yeah, and you can absolutely do some type of gun pointing scenario. Although we do not condone gun violence. Just shooter type of gun violence with play guns. So. And that message is approved by Cash Cows Poker. Trademark. All right, back to the action here. I believe I'm on the button with a 5-4. I've made a small raise. I got a feeling Jones is about to let me have it. And by let me have it, I mean raise back. No, he's just decided to call. He's being reasonable. All right. Flop is ace 10-6 with 2 diamonds. Jones flops a gut shot, and I flop a hope. of getting him to fold. Jones actually leads for $3 right here. I raise to what looks to be $9.50.
Because he can.
Because I have the right and I open pre-flop. God bless it. Jones is deciding that maybe he should have checked with his gut shot. He's going to go ahead and muck that and let me drag it.
And you have to show one, right?
I do have to show. I hope I have to show one. No one made me show one. Yeah, there we go. I showed what looked to be a 4. There we are.
Yeah, usually after you do that, you immediately show the other one as well.
Yeah.
Because it's the bluff, and you have to show your bluff.
Well, I mean, three-handed with Team Cash Cows that have all played with me for years. On top of the fact that this is being video recorded, and barring some type of electronical interference, we're going to see this hand later. It's going to be tough to lie about it on the long haul. I got a better chance of hoping you guys just forgot about it than me actually getting away with lying about it. So I want to bring up with Nick Schulman. I don't know if you guys have seen that. If you're watching the WSOP main event, if you watched it, Nick Schulman was like, he's fantastic to listen to as a poker commentator, and they benched him for Phil Hellmuth because production wanted apparently a really annoying guy on the microphone that made poker unenjoyable. So congrats, Phil Hellmuth. We had a good thing going there with the main event commentating with Nick Schulman. Shout out to Nick Schulman for, you know, being graceful about it. Like, I wouldn't have been able to be that cool about it because Hellmuth is not a great announcer. He's a great poker player. He's just not a great announcer, and the real poker players don't want to hear him, you know, go on about it. They want to hear about, you know, Nick Schulman's insight and stuff because Nick Schulman's good at what he does. All right, we got heads up to the flop here for a small raise and a call with me and picks.
Yep, $1.50 and then a call.
$1.50 and a call, keeping it small. Got 2 hearts with a king 4 and a deuce on the flop. Not much going on. We got a check and a lead from picks. And we got a fold from me. Good bet by picks. He's going to have to take that one down.
Because I don't think he ever gets any good cards. I'm not sure, though.
No,
I think he's just going to have to keep trying to take down the small pots with the worst hand.
If you had 9-10, you would really
Like he's doing.
Well, that's what I do best. I like to take down the little ones, and that way when I lose the big one, I'm not down quite as much as I could have been. So I got that going for me.
So hopefully we have the merchandise ready for you guys here in a few weeks. We got hats, shirts, patches you can put on bags, jackets,
You name
hoodies.
it. You name it. We can get it done for you. If you're out there watching this and you're like, "That's cool, man. I want to be one of the first people to really like push Cash Cows Poker besides the Cash Cows themselves." Like, you can get in on that. We're not overcharging for the stuff. We're giving it. You know, we're giving it to you at cost because we want our brand and we want our name and logo out there. We want you guys to like us. So, if you guys are interested in any of that, direct message us on Facebook. We'll definitely get you guys set up with something on there for sure. And back to the action with Jones on the button here, 7-5 suited. Feel like that's an open as well, don't you?
Should have some action here.
I feel like this is a 3 actiony type hands that 3-handed can definitely get to the flop. Looks like Jones has made it about $4. Am I seeing that correct? Yeah, I've raised to a $4 with a call. Heads up, me and Jones to the flop. Me with King Jack, him with 7-5.
I think this is one of the times he cost me 50 cents. I think he straddled and you limped and I limped and then he made it 4, I believe.
I can't remember what happens this hand, to be honest. I feel like I try. Oh, we go check immediately. That's right. I checked it to him.
No, I would have to think that you lead with the King Jack here.
I think I checked and let him bet, and then I decided to not call with a gut shot because I figured it was all or nothing, so I just didn't mess with it. Like, at that point, there was like $8 in the pot. I don't think I call him. I think I thought about it, and then I was like, you know what?
Yeah, I feel like if I have to check fold there, I'm just going to go ahead and lead and make them make the decision, but that's just me.
Yeah, I let him have it. And I don't like that decision. Obviously, when you see it on camera and you're like, oh, he had 7 high, he had nothing. It was like, that was a situation that to me was like, you have all of it, or you have like what you have. You've raised with nothing and you've hit nothing, or you have all of it. So
yeah,
that's a good play by him, because how thrilled am I if I even hit a straight right there or a king and then he barrels for like 22 on the river, 25, whatever. I'm not going to be happy about it for sure if he just bets pot, which I think would be around 20, give or take.
I'm
Yeah,
probably gonna
not
have to make
a
a funny
easy
comment like, well, it
situation.
looks like
Yeah,
I
there's got to be a
decided
better
to call
spot.
here with king high in the gut shot, but I'm playing a little.
Kind of why I like just leading out of as a semi bluff on the
I mean, I
turn
looked with
maybe,
king
but
jack suited. I can't think
if
I
he
really should've
raises,
maybe
you're
three-bet.
kind of in no man's
I mean,
land.
who knows if I had it tonight? You won't
Yeah,
have
that's a
it
true
tonight.
story.
Not
And after this
thinking
hand, we'll
he
give a
raised,
few
but he said,
Instagram
well,
shout outs to people who have been boosting us on there as well.
Straddle on.
We got a straddle on from what looks to be the button, which is myself with 9-4 offsuit. I don't get to choose my straddle hands, they are given to me. I only get to choose whether to
Looks
straddle
like
or
you might
not.
win it anyway.
Yeah, I don't think Jones is going to mess with me, is he? Let me have it, Jones.
I don't think I would call it 10-6 offset.
He did.
But he did.
He's ahead, he had to. All right, that is not a great start. I feel like Jones is going to check this, and I'm probably going to have to barrel out into him. Yeah, and he calls.
Oh, that's a good card for you.
Yeah, I like that card myself in the moment.
All kinds of runners with that 9-4. That's one of the runners.
Yeah, and I got him out kicked at the moment, too. Like, as far as the heart goes, I just got to get in there. This should shrink his 10-6 up, right? How much did I fire? 5 or 6? Oh, no. Now, if it was 5 and he called, we're in trouble.
Now, let's see if he has the heart to make a huge bet here.
Yeah, like, let's
That's what
see.
it's going to take.
I'm going to have to be brave, ladies and gentlemen.
Nope, check.
I check, and I let him win. And you see the disappointment in my face because I think I could have barreled one there. The thing is, it's three-handed. Like, a pair is really strong three-handed. Like, maybe I can barrel there and take it down. Maybe Jones just mans up and calls and says, man, it's three-handed, and I still have top pair.
Yeah.
And I'm not so worried that there's 3 hearts out there because there's not 4 hearts.
Yeah, gonna take a big bet to get him to fold that one.
Definitely. Shout out to Salon Meraki. That is Phil's wife Casey's hair salon in Holden, Missouri. If you want an absolute fantastic cut, she does literally everyone in the game that you see on a regular basis. She needs to get a hold of mine. It's been about 2 months. Don't blame that on her. But she does a great job. So that's Salon Meraki in Holden, Missouri. Check that out. She's one of the best people to ever have cut your hair. She's wonderful. Back to the action here.
I think the live straddle is now on the game.
The live straddle looks like it's going to be a pretty regular thing from here on out, which means it's almost time for Eric to start losing some chips. All right, I've decided to make a strong raise with Queen Jack here. And a fold. We like to see that. Good laydown, gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm gonna like the fold with Queen Jack offsuit every time.
We're going to like it a lot. In fact, we may write a book about all the people that have folded to me when I had Queen Jack that I enjoyed it. One person didn't fold to me, and he didn't enjoy that, if I can remind Pix about Queen Jack barreling his aces off about 8 years ago.
Gross.
Yeah, we're going to bring that up on commentary, just calling off 300 pre-flop and flopping 3 queens with Queen Jack versus aces.
Yeah, I want to say I kicked it up to 300 from 50, so he had to call like 250.
Well,
and he just calls with Queen Jack and then just flops trips.
I'm sorry because I'd already 3-bet 250 with 3 or 4-bet with my Queen Jack, so at that point, like, I was committed, right?
Something like that. That was a different Eric, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was different. Oh, okay, here's a monster hand. This is going to be a good hand, I have a feeling. We got Jones on the button with 6-4. We got me in the small with ace-king off. Oh, no, ace-king suited to clubs versus ace-king of hearts in the big line with picks. We got the auto straddle on. And I'm probably doing some speech play right now that would be frowned upon if it wasn't with my 2 buddies here. Trying to talk him into something. Alright, got a raise to what I imagine is about $6 with the straddle on. I'm playing my ace-king pretty tough here because, again, it's just ace-king high if it doesn't bang a flop or something. These guys are playing a lot. Now, Pix is going to raise me to 14 here. I mean, I've made it 525. He's made it 14. I'd like to think Jones is going to fold the 6-4 hearts. And let's see what I decide to do. Something tells me I'm going to be kicking it up a notch. 3-handed. This is almost like a tournament hand at this point, 3-handed. Like,
that's kind of where I was at with it.
It is a tournament hand. Like, it's becoming it's like I want to get him all in for this, but I don't want to get sucked out on or have him actually be ahead. That's the plan.
It's like, who can get it all in quick
All
at
right.
this point?
I come back out with 83 1/4, I think. 84 1/4. But wasn't that roughly the amount? So it goes 5 1/4 to 14 flat to I think 84 1/4.
Yeah, that's the stout raise, ladies and gentlemen.
Because the thing is, I felt like I had the best hand, and I wanted to let him, if I didn't have the best hand, if he's got jacks or queens, I wanted to try to keep some type of fold equity that I might have him beat outright, right then and there. So as the longer he's taking to think about it, the better I think I am actually throughout the hand until we finally come to his conclusion here, which you'll see shortly.
Yeah, let's see if he folds that ace king suited.
By the way, I want to point out on the screen that I am a 52 to 48% favorite. It is not a 50-50 split hand because his outs are missing and mine are not. For those of you who are watching at home that are numbers guys, which I assume most of you are.
So you're acting like it's going to get all in or something.
Yeah, I'm acting like I would never ever fold if you shove here, because I would never ever fold if you shove here. That's why they call them the old never folds.
You got half your chips in the pot.
Not quite. I was still up at the time. Like, that's not half my chips. I was winning the game at this point, so that's like 40% of my chips. It's funny that I ain't going anywhere. It's not a bluff, I promise. It's been a long time since Eric White's bluffed 80 with nothing. Alright, looks like we're going to see some type of action. I see the dealer turning the cards over and putting them out in the middle of the thing. It looks like Pickles shoved all in and I've snapped, so we're going to go ahead and we're discussing whether we want to run it or just chop it right now. Well, we're all in here.
Yeah, I believe I'm trying to talk you out of even seeing a flop because I got a bad feeling about it.
As well you should.
I didn't even see my hearts that Jones folded. I just had a bad feeling about it.
I said no, we're going to go ahead and take a flop or a couple flops, and we agreed on
he sees
one.
that I'm not having a good feeling. He says that's probably a good opportunity for me to just go ahead and run it.
I could smell fear. I could smell fear.
Right. Yeah, and that's me being dead right there.
I'm not dead yet.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to need a club on the river to get a free roll double up here. I get you the next time. We're all right.
Thought it was 5 clubs.
Should have been.
Wasn't.
Yeah, we'll get it next time.
Yeah, huge chop. Feel like we've done that before. Heads up and high-low. Everything just chopped apparently.
Yeah, well, we like to play big hands, unnecessarily large, so I think that's about how that's playing a lot of the times, unless we both try to trap the other one and raise and flat. I mean, it's playing out like that about 90% of the time, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're trying to get it in at that point.
Yeah. Like at a full-handed cash table, I'm not trying to get it in with ace-king suited, but at a three-handed cash table, I think that's a pretty good spot. It's at bare worst right there. I can't see it not being a coin flip at worst at a three-handed game. Like if one of you guys have aces or kings, I'm just going to go ahead and eat it, and we're going to call it good. I still got outs if one of you guys had aces or kings right there.
Yeah.
Alright, if you're still with us, you're 33 minutes into this video and you haven't subscribed for some reason, so you need to go do that immediately. It's right down there on the right. You don't even have to stop watching the video. We got a little raise from picks here under the gun with sixes. A muck from Jones, standard I think. And I've got 9-5, a hard-working hand. We're going to have to go ahead and step away from that, I believe, as well. There we go. Good decision, self. It looked like I was about to do something reckless and stupid there for a minute. It's always nice when you see that, and then you're happy when you don't do it.
Did I have you covered on that all in, or did you have me covered?
Alright, we also, another sponsor, we got Mandela's for the Soul. What's that, Eric?
That is my wife's Instagram cooking channel. My wife is an amazing chef. She does a lot of cool pictures. Not all of food-related stuff, just of beautiful stuff in life. Very like in touch with the earth and stuff. So guys, check that out. That's Mandela's for the Soul. That's an Instagram channel, and it's just a bunch of really cool, soothing, peaceful stuff like that. You'll enjoy it. Check it out.
You should go ahead and tell everybody what she's about to do with the cooking and the music. Sounds pretty good.
Definitely, we're not going to be blending it together like we talked, but we're definitely she's going to start doing her own like live DJ recording each week, or she's got a lot of cool ideas.
she's like
she's got a lot of
super
cool
angry and
ideas
violent,
with,
man. She's always the one, like,
you know,
blaming
DJing and the
everything.
chef stuff that she's
She
going to have
thought
some
and
cool
told
stuff
the
going
damn
on with. So you
instructor
guys will be
that
checking that out in the future too. We'll let you know when it
like,
happens closer to that date.
Wow, I didn't know we
Like,
had
about
this
everything. She's like,
delivery.
did you mess with my CD?
This is gonna be a fun
He
one.
mentions
Looks
the
like
way
Jones
that-
kicks
he's
it
like,
up
no, you're right. It must have been the
on my
card
straddle.
Yeah, I think it's about 5 straight. 4 or 5 straight.
Yeah, it was funny.
I muck.
Fucking me up a couple nights ago.
Are you about to get fancy here? You're just flatting, right?
Oh, shit. Card down.
Looks like he might be a little bit of a fancy boy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, he's fancy.
Oh, he's so fancy that he has to make it 14 flat, it looks like. He makes it 14 and nearly throws the chips into me.
Yeah, he knows he's giving a huge hand here with his 6 Dewey.
Jones gonna decide to flat here? Like, see, this is a mistake in my opinion. Like, not a mistake, but like, don't let picks see the flop and force like your hand to actually hit a flop if you think you can avoid it.
Yeah, I kind of like the 3 to 4x raise right here from him right here.
Yeah, I'd like to see him, not as much as my 84, because I felt really strong. I was suited. I thought I was in a really good spot. Obviously, I wasn't in as good a spot as he is here. Flatten, the only thing wrong with that, in my opinion, is it's just out of position. But again, we're short-handed. Like, I think that a 4-bet would have been acceptable. That would have been a 4, right? He raised, you raised back. Yeah, I think a 4-bet would have been acceptable there for sure. No one would have faulted him or thought any less of him.
Yeah, but that's only because I never flop anything whenever I have ace king and I re-raise. So I'm just gonna try to get him out with a little bit of an over raise, but not too much of an over raise.
Well, right, but at this point, he's hit nothing, and you've already represented. You've represented better than 7s or 8s, and at worst ace queen. So, in my opinion, Jones has to be thinking, well, if he's playing premium cards like he's representing, I can only tie somebody right now. He can't beat your 7s through aces. He can't beat ace queen anymore. If you had ace jack that you decided to 3-bet with, that's a possibility, but that's the only thing I can see working.
Yeah, I was definitely gonna make sure my first re-raise was gonna be with definitely something that's not probably re-raise worthy. Besides that ace king, that was just a standard one.
Now, didn't you have to show one of those? Did you flip the 6 over right there?
I don't think anybody made me show, which I was happy
No, one
about.
of them just got flipped over, so I think they forced him to show the 6. That's going to irritate Jones, because at that point, picks can only have 6s to beat him.
I know that.
Well, that's not true, but like theoretically, with your re-raise range there, 6s. Like ace 6.
Yeah, whenever I show the 6, I'm not re-raising with 6s, so
Queen,
it's
yeah,
not
like,
6s.
So it's probably worse.
Yeah, it's gonna be. He has
It's not.
to know.
It's not ace 6 either. It's not ace 6 suited ever when you show a 6 there either. You're never re-raising the guy with ace 6 suited.
You wouldn't think,
Like,
unless you get some kind of read on the guy. But look at these hands you guys are getting. Just ace, king, jacks, ace, king. So, it's the dealer shuffling, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, I'm shuffling the proper amount that they taught me at dealer school, bro. Like, shuffle, shuffle, strip, shuffle. By the way, for those of you guys who are dealing home games and stuff and trying to learn how to do the dealing thing as well, I deal World Series of Poker final tables. I'll happily teach anybody this profession that wants to learn it for a way more affordable cost than you'll ever find at a dealer school. And I'll probably teach you a better job than a dealer school would. So also, if you're interested in that, check us out at Cash Cows Poker on Facebook. Give us a message. Just anytime you guys want to message us, let us know what you're interested in or what your angle is, and we'll definitely get back to the messages quick. We'll check you guys out. Like, we're doing this for love of poker. Like, we enjoy it. We're having a lot of fun with it, and we hope you guys are too.
Well, I feel like at this point the game's going pretty solid and everybody's in the comfort zone. I feel like people are going to keep getting frisky. I think the game's getting pretty good right now.
Yeah, there's definitely been some good action so far. Everybody's playing tight but aggressive. We've seen some good bets and some good moves and some good folds so far. Let's hope it gets better.
The action hands are still to be had, though. That is for sure.
Yeah, we promise you that. We got a lot more good hands coming. We may be upon one right here, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I forgot about this one. I thought that we were just going to the next hand, but apparently
Now,
not.
guys, let me break it down for you. Jones has limped his 9-7 in the big blind, and in the straddle on the button, I went ahead and made it 5 more for 6 total. And the flop is heads up and 3 4s on the flop. I fire 16 to a check. An overbet, if you will. Trying to say at bare minimum I have ace high here, Jones, if you could just let me have it.
I mean, look at the heart.
He can't oblige. He's just going to flat call. He can't raise right there yet because he's not sure. So he's just going to flat call for now. See where we're at on the next card. I mind you, he's out of position.
Yeah, I think he's got plans for later, as it were.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not talking dinner reservations. Let's see what his action is here.
I mean, with 9-7, he's either thinking.
All right, we got a check from the 9-7, and I've fired out, if I remember correctly, $27. 27 is the bet now to his check.
He's forced to fold at this point, right?
I do not know about that because apparently I don't write the rules of poker. Now I'm finding it hard to think how you're going to make a move here into my huge pre-flop open, huge on the flop bet, and now even huge barrel on the turn. I don't feel like I've done anything out of line here to represent at bare minimum ace queen or better right now. King queen or better right now. But
he's got his thinking cap on. It's a Broncos thinking cap.
wow, that's absolutely incredible. He makes it $75. Absolutely incredible. I'm going to let you guys know there's going to be some time going to the tank here because I promise you I knew that I was waiting for a check raise from him this hand, but my hand range I'm putting him on is ace high, not ace queen. So like I'm legitimately thinking about it here because I believe I could be good.
But still, definitely going to be a tough call with king high.
It was a tougher raise with nine high on this. Like he can legit be dead at this point.
Yeah, we're playing cards now.
We are playing a little bit of poker. It's a small amount.
We got a couple tough guys here. And it looks like Jones was tougher on this one.
Like angry muck by me. Like I don't know that it's an angry muck. Well, it's a kind of an angry muck at the time, but now that I'm watching it on replay and doing commentary at the same time, it's a furious muck. I'm distraught now. Like.
And he shows the bluff immediately, I believe.
At the same time, you put in $75.
Yeah. Shortly after, I believe we're getting ready to take a dinner break here in a few minutes. I think there's like one more hand.
I feel like if you had any better of a hand, he doesn't get away with much right there because, I mean, what's he raising you right there with? Why would he want to raise you with the 4
Like,
queen?
do you think I'm folding ace high right there? I'm probably not folding ace high.
I mean, I probably wouldn't fold ace high right there.
We'll see that we'll see that as well shortly. There's another scenario where I'll have the opportunity to play ace high for a large pot as well. All right, on to the next one. We got picks on the straddle now with the ante kicked on there. My feelings are damaged, but I'm still at the table, so we're all right.
So let me get this clear. My best hand has been ace king, and I had to tie with ace king.
Lucky you got the tie. You almost
you guys are
lost.
just getting monsters.
Don't worry. So far, it's benefited me. I think down about 75.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were free rolling for a huge amount, though.
Right, but now I'm not.
I mean, jack deuce and 3 deuces is a hell of a flop for those hands.
Appreciate you. All right, we got a check there on the flop if we're back to the action.
This is the last hand.
Any bet's gonna take it down here. Yeah.
I bet. I needed a victory after that last hand. I show both of them real fast because we're getting ready to take a din break. You guys can't see this behind the scenes real story for you here. There's some delicious food upstairs waiting for us. What was it that day? Is it lasagna?
There's cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers. It was a good day though. It was a good day for cheeseburgers.
Yeah, with the mozzarella.
Well, that's what you need after a big loss. I'm like, oh man, I just took like a $50 hit right there off my stack. I'm gonna need a cheeseburger.
Yeah, hashtag Mandela's for the soul.
Hashtag Mandela's for the soul. Check that out on Instagram. On to the next hand here. Has a strong cut on the deck. The dealer looks winded after these last couple hands.
Yeah, he's lost his step or two.
Jones on the button here. Jones on the button with aces. That's
Nothing straddle. That's gonna be hard to come back.
No, that's not a straddle. He's just kicking the antes out. I don't think when we came back I guess we did have the straddle on immediately, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
I actually limped this here with ace-3 just to kind of, I was wanting to get to a flop. And just kind of get an idea, you know, for where everybody was at in the hand. Picks limps. Jones raises to 7 total. I call. Picks says that's not for me. Me and Jones are going to go heads up. You'll notice on the percentage, he's a little bit ahead. We'll see if I can't dig myself out of the hole here. Oh boy.
I'm getting there.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
All kinds of deuces.
Yeah. There are a few deuces in there. We check. Jones bids 15. I'm actually going to be thinking about it here for a while.
It's understandable.
Because I put him on just ace high like I have. So at this point I think my deuce is for sure good. But I also think that hitting the ace would be fine as well. Or my 3. Well, picks muck to queen 9 that would have been for sure ahead by now. Guys, I do apologize. It looks like our flop cam has a small flicker on it for some reason. Hopefully we'll get that worked out and taken care of before the next game.
No reason to stop betting for Jones.
No, I check, and Jones bets what I believe is a 22. If I remember correctly, he fired 22 and gets a couple bucks change. Might have been 27. I think it was 22.
I mean, if you call him the flop, kind of hard to fold the turn at this point. Nothing really changes.
Yeah. I think this was my spot right here to try to rob him, maybe.
If he didn't have aces.
Right, but I think I must have sensed that he had a big hand because I just flat trying to actually peel on him again. It gets uglier though, ladies and gentlemen. Continue watching, please. I call. Yeah, it was 28.50 is what it was, 27.50, but I make the call.
Deuce.
No, pickle would have improved to quads.
Just quads.
I, however, don't have quads. Wow, what we do really have a flicker on that flop cam there. We got to fix that. I still have ace high. I've checked it to Jones. No, I didn't check it. I bet 35.
Yeah, kind of a weird lead out at this point.
I thought this was a good spot to finally represent that I have a 4 or a 5. Because obviously, like I said, my read on him was, you know, I have a 4 or a 5 and he has ace high. So now he's immediately, like, he barely let the 35 get out of my hand before he shoves.
Yeah, just announces all in as soon as the chips hit the table.
Like, I don't even think I dropped him yet. But I'm going to think about it for a long time here because he's already made this move with 9 high once. He's been over-aggressive this whole game. And it's probably going to pay off huge for him here.
Let's just hope he doesn't have 9 high this time because that'd be quads. But he doesn't.
Now, I want to clarify that in this situation, making this bet and this call is unique because we're three-handed. I'm three-handed with these two people. This is not a play that I'm making very often. Certainly never at a full table. I'm not crazy. But it's a play I'm going to make here three-handed when my opponents know how I play because I'm usually fairly tight, so I feel like they're going to give me credit for that to some degree.
Yeah, but if you got aces, obviously you're just getting it in. Only beat by a 9. You get beat by 9 there, GG. I mean...
Yeah. And I want to note that I'm thinking about this for so long that we have time to run down all of our partnerships and sponsors because I'm going to be thinking about this for a minute. So again, that's Joel DeLita at Talking Dog Productions over on YouTube. And also Winners Poker League with Darcy Kavanaugh also on YouTube. Really cool channels, good, you know, good channels, fun channels. Check them out. If you're following Cash Cows Poker and you're subscribed to us already, be sure to check out our fantasy football section, our esports, our Bruce White pulling tractors, which is my old man doing tractor pulls. Huge horsepower, a lot of fun, good stuff there if you're into that sort of thing. And we also have Mama Wife Oily Life with it, which is Jones's wife's Instagram scented oils collection, as well as Casey's Salon Meraki. You'll notice we're almost through them, and I'm still thinking plenty hard here. Picks run down our bottom set there, all the Twitter and stuff.
We got Twitter, Instagram, Flip, Tumblr, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook.
Flip is Flipboard. That's just the shorthand for Flipboard. But all those are at CashCows.TV. Check them out. And again, a special shout out to Zach Hall. That's it's 3Exit on Twitter. He shares a ton of our stuff. He's definitely a fan and an affiliate of Cash Cows Poker. We love having him at the game, and we love having his support as well.
I know I was lighting. It looks like I like them.
It looks like Eric's about to hurt himself. He's thinking so hard.
I'm seriously at this point considering hurting myself because he's been so light so many times already that I've been sure of tonight. We've already seen the 9-7 against my king high situation. It's about to escalate.
It feels like he's about to try to be a hero.
You guys notice on both boards that I had to deal with these, it was both tripped boards. I just want to point that out. 3 4s on the other one and 3 9s on this one with a 4. These boards are the devil. Worse than Vicky Valancourt.
Let's see if a hero can save us, Eric White.
Like, saving it would be if Captain, that captain that used to save young ladies would come in and stop me from doing what I'm about to do here. I don't think we're going to see old Captain save a hoe today. I'm just going to lose.
Yeah, the longer he goes, the more I'm thinking he's going to call.
Young man, don't put your chips in. Young man.
Wait, who's there?
No, the gentleman on the right, he's young.
Oh, Eric? He
Yeah.
doesn't look so young, though.
No, he's a young man. He's a good guy.
He's aging as we speak.
Well, this hand is making me older. That's certainly true. I did gain probably 4 to 6 months, of age by the end of this hand. But
yeah, might as well smoked a couple cartons of cigarettes. Would have done the same damage, you said.
I'd rather not. I just don't care for cigarettes, to be honest. But here we are.
Yeah.
Well, we've had time to smoke a cigarette in the time I'm tanking. I do apologize if you guys are sitting at home thinking we have this slowed down in slow motion or something. No, we're just being thoughtful individuals. Unlike most televised poker, our money is in fact our own money, so I'm just being careful here. I'm gonna go ahead and call. He's gonna show me aces. I'm gonna muck. I'm gonna muck. I'm going to slide it to him gently. See, notice that was a classy gentleman way of sliding your chips. I gently slid them, gently threw the cards into the muck. I'm going to gently ask Jones to go over and get me a $300 reload, and then I'm gently going to play the next hand aggressively. So Pixie, let's give your breakdown on that hand. Like, I'm involved in the hand, so now that you can see what's going on from that point of view, let's hear it.
Well, I kind of like the way he played. Besides the river, leading out doesn't make much sense in my opinion. By the turn, you probably just got to decide if you're good or you're not good. So if you're trying, I don't really see if you think you're good, you want him to bet on the river. So I don't see the point of betting because he's not going to call with worse. So I'm not sure.
Well, I had decided with my bet on the river that I couldn't beat a lot of the aces that outkicked me, but I could represent hands that beat a lot of the aces that outkicked me. So I thought it was reasonable to make such a maneuver for 35 to rep a 4 or 5 if he doesn't have legit aces. He can't call off right there with ace king, ace queen, any of the aces the aces outkick me across the board, but he's not going to be able to call, in my opinion, with any of them without making a hero call of his own for 35. With any of them that, I can rep a 4 or 5. I can have a 4 or 5 really easy. I think that's why he shoved so fast on the river, is he believed I did have a 4 or 5. I think he was surprised he got action from the ace high there because that's kind of a light call for me.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that's a call I'm making probably 1 out of every 100 opportunities that's presented to me. And ideally, that one time I make the call, it needs to be right because I won't take an opportunity like that for another 100 times. So. Or more. It's been a long time since I've made a big call with ace high on the river like that and not been correct. So, good play to Jones, good hand to Jones. He's giving me a chip change here, no action significant going on. We're just getting the chips squared away and getting some
pretty
change
tough
made.
spot, honestly.
It's not nice. I didn't care for it. But, make you a better poker player in the long run, dealing with that and then breaking it down and getting to see it on film as well. So, for sure, happy and blessed that we have this system where we can see the hands in the games later on. Alright, we're about 55 minutes into this recording. We hope you're enjoying it still. If you haven't already, subscribe to us on everything, Twitter, Instagram, Flipboard, Tumblr, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Check us out. Subscribe up. Season 2's coming soon. We're going to have TVs for the NFL stuff coming in. We're going to have super good free rolls for a WSOP Monster Stack package. We got very cool stuff coming up. I'm sure Pix, you're excited about that as well.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a couple of different variations of games, short deck. We haven't decided on everything yet, but it's going to be a little bit more varied than the first season, which is just all Texas Hold'em cash game.
Yeah, other than a few heads-up matches you and I played of, PL08 or different games like that, it was pretty standard Texas Hold'em. Just so you guys know, we are not one-trick ponies. I prefer mixed games to Hold'em, but in Midwest Missouri, very tough to get mixed game players with any serious regularity. And I also apologize for the flops not being spread quite right. These cards are just, I'm a professional dealer. These cards just do not grip the table in the manner that you need them to spread a proper flop. I'm going to look into a better setup of cards or maybe a different table surface in the future as well, because I obviously want you guys getting the best view at home when you're watching this as well. We got an easy takedown by Jones here. Turning a pair of queens. I think the rest of us were almost dead to his queen high before that. All season 2 games will have commentary. They're going to have guest commentators, not just me and Pix here, but we're going to have Zach, we're going to have Jones. That's going to be part of our VIP player package, is getting ready to, being able to choose your commentary and when you want to go jump in the booth and do that stuff. We're also going to have lots of interviews on top of all our cool free roll stuff. Like, we're trying to do it big here at Cash Cows, and we hope you're enjoying it at home as well. And on to the next hand, as I so frequently say in my life these days. Alright, well, looks like I have the button for a change, and I have aces on my... Oh, no, I don't have the button. I'm small blind. Jones has the button.
Doesn't matter. You guys just get aces and ace-king every other hand.
Well, it didn't benefit me that much. I'm pretty sure anything I make this hand, I give right back to you a few hands later anyway. Alright.
Is the dealer shuffling, ladies and gentlemen? That's the main thing. We need to pay attention about it.
See, a gentleman asks if the dealer's shuffling. A rude player asks if the dealer's base dealing. So I like the fact that this guy says is the dealer's shuffling. That's a gentleman's trait right there, ladies and gentlemen.
And Eric just limps in for the dollar, and I make it 5, and Eric just calls the 5. So he's got things in mind. He's hoping an ace-high top before. Type flop comes out.
Yeah, I'm pretty much trying to flop top set against top pair here. Easier said than done usually, but I've managed to stumble my way into just that type of situation. The action here is I'm going to check the flop.
I'm not so sure there's not 6 aces in this deck.
There may very well be. We'll look into that later, but as of right now, we'll say that there isn't. Alright, I check. Pix is bet 6, and then I raise it to 16. Timid 16, the way I acted. And he's going to call.
Don't see how he folds for that.
The problem is now Pickles turned outs with his ace-10.
And Eric checks dark.
I've checked dark already. Now Pix is going to check behind, I think. You going to check behind here? Right?
Yeah, against your check raising range, I don't see much reason to bet right here.
So that check raise with a cheese sandwich. Or nothing. The equivalent of. Alright, that's a good river card. I think I'm going to lead out here. I think I'm going to overbet. Alright, I'm going to bet 35. We want to also point out, if you're not loving the camera angles on this, so you're like, wow, I wish I could see a little bit more of the table and what's going on with the action. Our Season 2 cameras have already been repositioned. We'll have a simulation of that coming out soon on our Facebook and YouTube sites, where you can see that the angles are going to be much more spaced out, and you're going to have a better view Season 2. Probably 10 to 1 a better view, like we're really doing a lot of improvements on the room. I think I'm going to get action here out of you, aren't I? I think you pay me off here on the river. How can you not pay me off three-handed and you've got a pretty good ace, and if you have a kicker issue, so do I now, it's, you're still out kicking me if that was the situation.
I lose to all your value hands at this point almost.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
You think this is a light call here for 35 by you?
Yeah.
You think it's light because we're 3? You're not making it at a full table. You're only making it here because it's three-handed, I assume, right?
Yeah, and you limp called, like,
Yeah.
no way I can put you on aces or kings, and I knew you didn't have a set of sixes.
So what are you thinking? King Queen there is what the range you're putting me on if I'm actually good? Probably. I check, but I didn't check raise you on the flop with second pair and a running straight draw. Probably.
It's just hard to be ahead against.
I'm more likely to check raise you with all of it or nothing than a middle hand like King Queen or something like that there, for sure.
Yeah. That's not really your style.
No, for sure not. But in a short-handed game like this, we must constantly change up our styles, or we're just playing into our opponent's, hand perfectly. Like, I need to be aggressive in those spots against Jones. It didn't work out this game so far, but I think it's still the right aggressive spots because we have to go outside of our comfort zone if you want to win in these three-handed battles. And make no mistake about it, this is absolutely a cash cow battle, and they are the most intense of battles. A 2-hour game feels like it took 10 years off my life, and I hope you feel the same when you meet up with us at a regular poker table. So
I'm probably gonna have to come hot with shooter on this one.
it looks like you've already done that with a raise pre-flop, and I've got my queen 8. I'm feeling strong.
Yeah, you're not feeling strong about that flop.
I didn't love the flop. No, I didn't love it.
King 7 is just gonna bet and take it down at this point, I believe.
Got a bet of 6 there. Is that 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just let him have it. I thought that was a good spot to maybe check raise, but I've been so active that I was starting to not get any respect when I check raise, so it was starting to get to the point where I needed to have a legit hand, like a big hand, to check raise because they were starting to just auto call.
Anybody got any ideas for how I can, how would I get somebody trained enough to deal this
Well, at
game?
this point, you gotta wonder if Eric's gonna end up with any chips at the end of this game.
I think I was adamant about trying to get rid of them at least for that first hour and some change. But we'll see in this last 30 or 45 minutes if I can get something back.
I mean,
I kind of don't think so, but we'll see.
you like to start down 100 and then work from there, is what I've seen. You like to
Hell, I'll go down 2 or 3 if necessary, just whatever works best.
likes to climb up the hill instead of down the hill for some reason.
All right, we got picks on the button with 8 deuce off. We got Jones with queen 4 in the small and me with jack 9 suited in the big, and I like myself some jack 9 suited right here.
Yeah.
I don't see myself getting away from this pre-flop. You guys are curious what all the little stickers are in the different spots where they put their cards. That's our Cash Cow logo. The word logo in the middle of the table is our word logo as well. It'll be on all the merchandise we do. Same with the head logo. If you like it, you think it's goofy cool, go on Instagram, use it, whatever you want to do with it.
Yeah, no way you're folding to a single raise with jack 9 suited.
I wouldn't fold into a 3-bet.
Maybe I get away with something here. I don't really remember this one.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I announced I say donk bet out loud, and then I actually donk bet, and you let me have it.
Yeah.
I think I remember that action too. Yeah, I think I'm leading for about 450 here, 350 to 450. And I'm gonna have to take it down from you there. Appreciate you. Nothing wrong with that. Again, three-handed. A lot of the time, it's the first to make a proper good bet is going to be the first to take it down.
That's true.
Want to roll right back at you here again with Talking Dog Productions with Joel DeLita and Winners Poker League with Darcy Kavanaugh and his crew. I do apologize. I think Tamara Diaz is another member of that team, but we're partnered up with all of them. They're doing some really cool stuff in Perth, Australia. Again, that's Winners Poker League in Perth, Australia. Go check out their YouTube channel as well. Really cool stuff. Same thing we're doing. Cool camera angles, good, betting. A lot of heads-up matches there in Australia with them, so they're doing a little different, but you guys will enjoy it, I promise.
Well, I know I'm still waiting on that big free roll trophy that I'm due. Still waiting on that. It's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty whenever I'm holding it up for all the pictures and whatnot.
All right, so the Cash Cow trophy from season 1 and then all future trophies is going to be the Cash Cow grinder trophy. It's basically going to be legitimately an actual grinder. Like the tool of grinder used painted brown and green, and we're gonna have like a spot for you to put your names on the actual grinder blade itself. But it's gonna be the Cash Cow grinder trophy for for here and many seasons to come. That's the idea. Everything tagged and branded to Cash Cows for sure. Shout out to Cash Cows Poker, the team. Appreciate you guys. I've been with you for 5 years, and we're having a really good time making good money and having fun.
So what you're saying is my name will be permanently etched on this said trophy.
Yes, sir, that's correct. That tends to be how championship trophies work. I don't know if you're familiar with them before today.
I've never had championship trophies. I just want to know.
Well, don't worry I don't want you to concern yourself too much about it, but yes, your name will be etched permanently on that trophy.
At the very top, I would believe.
At the season 1 trophy, yes. Like, congratulations to you.
Looks like Queen 3. Good laydown with the 10 deuce, it looks like. Middle pair, not the easiest laydown.
No, it's certainly not three-handed. That's a solid fold.
With a shitty ace that just recently cost me $200. Like that individual ace 3.
All right, coming back at the action. I've got the button. Picks and Jones in the small and big blind. Take probably one last opportunity to give a shout out to Winners Poker League and Joel DeLito over at Talking Dog Productions. If you guys like the commentary on this, awesome. Subscribe up. If you think there's something we can do better, or there's stuff you'd like to see or hear us do differently, be sure to comment, tag us, let us know. We certainly want to make it enjoyable for you guys as well. I've picked up an absolute monster with King 6 offsuit on the button. I've decided to make a little $2 raise.
And you just went out of the straddle, I believe.
Oh, is that what I did?
Yeah.
Well, I'll take it down out of the straddle anytime. I thought I raised to 2 there, but...
No, the auto straddle's on at this point.
Well, that's good then. Big shout out to everybody that participated in Season 1. We've got Season 2 literally about 2 weeks away. Super excited to get to it. A lot of cool stuff we're doing, a lot of cool stuff we're promoting. We hope you guys are enjoying it as well. This dealer's taking a forever long time to get the cards shuffled. He must be an amateur.
Yeah, he's trying to prolong his own agony at this point.
You got to prolong something. We all know Jones was going to leave this game eventually. And it looks like in the big blind, I've got 5-4 off against Jones's King 9 in the small. And Pickles chose to not show us his cards. Ah, there we go. And Pix has 9 deuce on his straddle.
Monster.
We're going to all limp in here. Me limping exceptionally strong with 4-5, of course. And got a little problem with the flop there. There we go. A little piece of bottom pair action. Nothing wrong with that. I'm sure I'll bet on the turn and take it down here. Yeah, I'm going to have to lead out into this, gentlemen. Surely you guys didn't beat down on me so bad this day that I checked through. Wow. I'm bad.
He's playing cards.
Well, after you take those 2 other beats, you probably just start slowing down for the day. Your opponents aren't staying more than another 10 minutes, and you aren't fired near as much. I still get to go ahead and win the thing.
I was working on one of my. I kept getting closer.
I just didn't
to my
do it in
end goal,
skillful
so I stopped
fashion.
worrying about trying to bluff you guys off or seeing if my 4th pair was good. I was like, no, I might just
You
hit a 7 and
had
be good.
to
here,
dodge a
so
king or a 9 at that
so
point.
down.
I wasn't winning
Take
it.
it around.
Right. No, I got that part.
Down.
And we're down to about the last 25 or 30 minutes of this game. Jones has played pretty well, made some good reads. Pix has played decent. I've played like an absolute dumpster fire. Minus 2 hands, I actually didn't play that poorly, but you gotta count all the hands you're playing, of course.
If you or your wives enjoy the
Looks like I got the small blind here, doesn't it?
official company,
Jones on that button now?
I have a feeling you're not going to check this one. Check.
No, I think I'm going to do something aggressive here. Jack 10 suited's pretty solid 3-handed.
Probably just limp. You're not feeling
Fantastic
yourself
stuff
at the
though. I'm
moment.
told it actually works. I don't
Watch
use it
this. He's
personally,
gonna limp,
but
ladies and
they swear
gentlemen.
by it, so
There it is.
check that out. She's got a pretty cool Instagram
He
account
does
as well,
not
so
want
make
to
sure she
raise
does
his
some
pre-flop
good
with the
stuff, so
Jack
check
10
that out as
suited.
well. But
That's
yeah,
amazing
follow
that I'm
my
actually ahead of the
live
ace-8 right
on
there.
Instagram. Check it
I
out.
didn't realize that.
Definitely a friend of Cashcows.
Did you realize
And
that?
the wife to
That's
one
till we get the
Cashcows,
6
so
deuce
lots of
out
stuff
and
going
the
on.
actual off, you're right.
Oh, okay then. Well, what is it there?
And for the record, I'd still say it was cool stuff,
raised
even if
it,
she
man.
wasn't,
Oh, that's an interesting board.
Yeah, I had to have raised.
I would think you did, yeah.
But why
No,
does
you
Jones still have cards?
you didn't raise, and Jones still has cards because he's still involved in the pot.
'Cause
There's no
nobody
raise
raised.
out there. Like
Yeah,
I didn't
we're all a
raise, then
bunch
you
of
didn't
amateurs.
raise. I checked and you bet.
I feel like it's still gonna be a frisky type flop though.
I mean, that's a pretty good flop for me, three-handed. I like that flop.
What was the action on this?
It looks like it went checks pre-flop, and then it went check, bet, fold, call by me.
$12?
I think I just check raised you here. Right?
He's trying to say, I understand that you're
No, I
repping
think
me,
you led
but
and I
I'm
raised.
actually at this
Well, that's a
point
good decision by you, if that's the case.
Okay.
Just and this is a perfect time to point out, Season 2's cameras will be zoomed out more, so you're going to have a much better view of what's going on, because we realize as we've done this for one season now that we need, you know, a better ability to follow the game, so the camera angles are certainly going to be improved for Season 2. Here we go. Alright, that's a good turn card for Jack 10 of diamonds, I think, giving me 14 outs. I'm enjoying it thoroughly.
If you enjoy it so much, you should bet it.
Well, I got a feeling you've got a strong ace or maybe even two pair right here, so I'm going to have to check call.
Alright, well I'll bet it, that's for sure.
Well, you've got top and mid pair, you should be betting it.
Be sure to subscribe to us. Follow us on Instagram.
I don't know what I'm going to do here, but I think there's a lot of good options. Let's see if I choose one of them.
I don't like the fold.
Website for pictures.
I don't think
Not
I'm
a
folding.
Instagram
I don't think I'm folding.
Instagram type pictures. It's just a
Should make it
different
about
version of
120
Instagram.
on
You
you
don't
right here.
subscribe to people, you more just follow a
I would
category.
have a snap call,
Like, so
yeah.
you follow
Well,
pictures
we'll see what hits the river then, won't we?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just check call. We'll go to the river.
That's a bad river card. I think I pay you off here. I'm pretty sure that was just enough. I still thought you were trying to rob me. I'm pretty sure I'm going to let you have $25 right here on the river. How much you going to bet?
That's the question.
Surely I've checked already, right?
Yeah, snap check. If I remember correctly.
I think I dark checked. Keep in mind, when we're doing the commentary, we don't hear the actual background vocals that you hear from the actual game, so we're literally following the action with our eyes, and clearly we have a bad setup here on me because you can only see 3/4 of my chips and have 3/4 of my body. So
Yeah.
these are things we're all working on, and this is the reason why we played this game, is to get a better idea what we want to do different and better for you guys in Season 2, for sure.
You didn't raise pretty
I
well.
think as we speak, you are giving a speech about how you have to pay me off with said 10.
Because I can only put you
It's a
really
cool
high.
quarter at this point.
I don't think you checked it.
No, there's nothing uncool about a cool quarter.
Nines, eights, nines and fives, nines and tens for sure.
Let's see if I can get away from it.
Like you just put me on
Sometimes I can give a speech and then fold.
third and fourth pair, you think I'll just fold.
You didn't look like you were in the folding mood at that point, though.
Yeah, it's been weeks since I've been in a folding mood.
Cameras on.
Yeah, these there's
I would like to go talk to a camera to tell you what I think is going on.
And I still think I'm going to go ahead and have to, I'm going to have to call. You're going to have to show aces and eights. I'm going to have to be disgruntled. I don't look that disgruntled, but I know I am. And on to the next one. That's a pretty healthy sized pot there.
You should have got it in on the turn, so you could blink it.
Yeah, at least if I get it in on the turn, I had legit outs and it wasn't a bad play, right? The way it worked out there, that's just a bad play.
any of my actual outs
Yeah.
get there, you're just
You
ruined.
think you're gonna have to pay off if you hit a 10 or a jack.
For sure. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to pay off, and then I talked myself into it, of
How
course.
many of them do you think you
Yeah,
can
because it's three-handed.
It is three-handed. I'm 100% sure there's only 3 players there.
I put him on like a legit hand, but I
It's
also
a tough one.
think that he's capable of betting 3 straights with King 9 right there,
I'm sure you'll make some sort of
for sure.
huge comeback here in the last 20 minutes.
Well, I don't know that you're accurate on that.
I mean, you got ace-king again.
Here's ace-king on the button. A sturdy hand.
We're just gonna fold it and let you have it.
I sure hope so.
Do you even get $1 out of it? Yeah, he gets $1 out of it. Gonna make a big raise, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm gonna check it.
Like he reached for his chips
Why?
before he even looked at his cards.
I'm
$6. Jeez.
You know what? Even though I
Maybe
didn't
8.
I'm
Can't
gonna
tell.
let you have it with lady shooters.
Yeah, I think I'm irritated by this point. I know the game's about to end, so I'm just trying to, do stuff.
Take it down with that call.
Before he looks at his cards.
Well, that's wasn't the plan. I wanted him to call and then let me take it down on the
He
flop.
was going to raise before. And I'm
just glad he had ace king.
Sometimes you're just struggling to win a pot. You just like to win, no matter the cost.
Ace king like 6 times, aces like 2 or 3 times.
Just twice.
Lots of hands. Three-handed.
No, it wasn't.
Then I can't win that one when
Well,
you
you know
have
what they
ace
say.
king. That's awesome.
Yeah, but I had you beat with the
Big
7-9
hands,
as
big
well. I had
losses.
fucking king high. You had nothing.
Who says that?
God damn it.
You do.
The board
Apparently I do.
shit as the boards have been for me all day, except for one hand against pigs.
We'll be headed back to the HPT in North Kansas City after we're done with this commentary. Been battling it out in the North Kansas City event. Having a good time. The tag team was absolutely phenomenal. Big shout out to Monique, who's the poker room manager, Adam Aristar. Big shout out to John Hagberg and Big Country, which are the road traveling floor people for the HPT that do this area. I work with them in Vegas. They're a couple of fantastic, great guys to work for and to have managing your tournament series. Good decision by HPT to have those guys in charge. So it's been an absolute wonderful time up there. Possibly the best tag team format for a tournament I've ever seen in my life this week at the Maristar North Kansas City HPT for sure. So shout out to those guys. Lots of good things going on with Kansas City Poker as well.
Yeah, the quality has been a lot better this year compared to previous years.
Well, they got World Series guys running it now, so the quality is going to improve because there's one thing we do right at the World Series, it's run large field tournaments, and compared to what we do at the series, this isn't even a daily DeepStack what we're participating in. So we get $1,200 a day for our 2 p.m. just a little buy-in.
Gonna have some action on this one.
Oh yeah, we like these hands.
Surely I raised again. I don't like the smooth call.
Yeah, he's not a smooth calleroo. I'm sure I'm playing ace high 3-handed as well. No reason not to at this point. It's not been going well, so I just, well, you know, try to put the heat on. I'd like to think I outflop you here too.
Yeah, but like Pix actually has a hand.
It's like
I'm
4
just
and a call, 5 and a call.
what they used to call it on
Yeah, I'm alright with that. 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's 5 and a
Call
call.
it. There we go.
Take Jones's dollar, that's alright. Now you flop me my ace. There we go. That's proper.
There you go.
Alright, now I better just bet out right away. I'll donk bet this.
I mean, I wouldn't have raised with 7s if I would have known there was 6 aces in this hand. I mean, in this deck. Like, honestly.
Well, as most parents that you'll see in the Loves commercials, you learn and then you get Loves. That's a shout out to Loves, who is not currently sponsoring us, but if you like what you hear, holla. That's how you do that.
7 on the river.
Nah, not a 7. Just give me a dry board here that I can come out with a nice, smooth, little... Can I get a $10 bill out you?
Nope.
Just give me a $10 bill.
Can't do it.
I'm only going to bet 10 right here, I promise.
It's too much.
You know, you need to let me extract some chips. You got to keep, if you like the action you're getting, you got to keep your action happy. So you better let me extract a little something like that. I think you may have gave it to me.
You want to see my
No,
ace?
I don't think you did.
You didn't show.
Yeah, I didn't show. I showed one. Oh, I showed the ace. Powerful card. Use my hind legs for that one. Powerful
Yeah, you
hind legs.
eventually show both of them almost every time.
Well, you know, you guys are going to see it later on the replay anyway. Like, I can't really hide it from you at that point.
That's true.
On to the next one. While we're heading on this way, we'll let you know Season 2 looks like it's going to be a WSOP Monster Stack prize package. That's going to be a $1,500 for the tournament, a plane ticket, and a small amount of spending cash. Season 2 looks like it's going to run about 6 to 7 months. We're going to have plenty of time to get that money in. There's going to be little micro free rolls and little micro hyper turbos that we build up points and we fund this prize pool with. And super looking forward to also letting everybody know that if you just want to show up and play cash, that's totally okay. We're not going to force anybody to participate in the free roll that doesn't want to. So show up, play, have fun, and if you want a World Series of Poker prize package to fight for, you're more than welcome to it. And this is another bad hand by me in the straddle. Not bad hand 3-handed, but I'm sure I'm going to see the flop with you guys because I'm just playing it so poorly today for some reason. You I'm sure are making it $5 or $6 right here, right?
Nope.
I'm sorry, did you let me get to a flop?
Sure did.
You guys are lovely.
It's alright, there's 6 aces in this deck. I'm sure I'll hit one of them.
No, just top pair. Just top pair. I've hit nothing. Let's see if I try to steal it from you. I've got the powerful dealer button. That's step 1. Did you lead out on that mess? Yeah. Yeah, pick's definitely let out right there. And he's definitely going to have to win because I'm not going to get crazy with 5 high this hand. There'll be other hands.
Another person behind me. I wouldn't do that. I don't know. I wouldn't get over there with your hand on the holster.
Alright.
Hey, I don't know what you're over there.
Definitely be following us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, as well as Flipboard, Tumblr, and many more of the social media sites I forget to even name. That's at CashCowspokertv. Google us at CashCowspokertv. We're literally the first 3 pages on Google. Check us out.
It's nice to be back playing cash games.
So you can
Be
put in all your
aggressive and
chips?
yeah, pretty much.
And another Jones waking up with king high and no one else having much
See if you
anything.
live with 10-5 here.
I think I'm going to.
Gross.
I think I'm going to. We're 3-handed. I'm gonna outflop you. I'm ahead of you right now. You shouldn't get upset with me.
It's gross.
That's the beauty of a cash game.
Oh my gosh,
Thank
I
you.
didn't. What am I
Thank you.
doing?
He does know how to play a little bit of poker lately.
Oh my gosh, why am I folding the best hand right there? I gotta put a raise out. I should be raising right there every
I can't
time.
flop no wheel with 10-5 off.
Should
I
be,
can only
but you're
flop
not.
1,000.
I will next time.
No, you won't.
Oh, we'll see.
Right.
Alright, move the button on here. Jones is on the straddle with the button, picks in the big, me in the small. Again, Season 2 will offer way better camera angles, way easier to follow the action, and hopefully better commentary, because just like the camera angles, I will improve at this. Solid, I've got ace high again. I pretty much live with ace high, although it hasn't at all benefited me this game.
Yeah, I sure do. I'm an embodier.
Alright, flat, flat, and Jones is going to let us see a flop with his
So we're all gonna be on the same
meaningless
page.
6
You
high.
do though.
No,
People
I-
may not, but you do.
When I say
don't
meaningless,
know.
he flops 2 pair, right?
I check.
No. Tell me I didn't let you take this one from me.
Check.
You want me to.
I think I do.
Can't see what's going on.
Yeah, here we go. We need to slow down the flop timer too. We're going to take that down to about 4 seconds so you can see the card, get it registered, and then we'll be right back to the action. Definitely know that's a thing we need to work on and get better at as well. I'm getting a little value bet in there, and you didn't call. Takes it down with no contest.
You got called by the 6 of hearts.
I appreciate you, Jones. Was it good? If it hit?
Trying to be on my comeback.
I'm sure.
Nope.
We also think we figured out the problem with the flop lag and the flop flickering is we had the camera turned on 1080p that day. We need to crank it down a little bit because that's a lot of work for these cameras to do when there's literally 5 of them on the game. I'm sure they're working extra hard. We need to make it as easy on them as possible as well.
I like to start my 3 months in the hole every time, so.
Well,
If you guys don't know, we
Huh?
just recently completed
I like my
meeting
spot
after
here with
every
Queen 9
meeting we
suited
have,
on the
I,
straddle
pretty
with
much
the
dig
button
myself in a hole
and a
that
picks
takes me a
fold.
good portion of the 3 months to get out of.
if he gets out of it.
Sure you're not
If I
going to make
get
it
out of
$10
it.
there a lot of
Otherwise,
the time
we
with that
translate that into
7-4?
work
Just
off,
hammer
which
me?
one of my good
No?
friends.
No.
Alright, he decides not to hammer me. Takes mercy on me, thankfully.
Probably fold the 8-5 too, but who knows.
I'm going to go ahead and have to raise after Jones limps because I know he ain't got nothing.
Except for this hand.
You get out of my pot there, Jonesy.
I have kings.
I may not be winning today, but I'm going to take down these little ones and I'm going to irritate you guys and I'm going to show you what I did it with. Oh, we're having a good time here. As always at Cash Cows Poker TV, like, subscribe, follow, share. If you're watching this, that means all your poker friends should be as well. Definitely get the subscribers up. At any point that we monetize this in the future, we're going to be putting splash pots in. We're going to be basically just donating all the money back into our room to make it even better and make it even more fun. So there's that. Definitely be looking into subscribing to us for sure.
Part of the esports stuff with me. He's one of the
It's right below you. Just click on the little red symbol that says subscribe. Super easy, I promise. You won't hurt yourself at all.
Yeah, and if you also get notifications, then you know when you can like our YouTube videos as well.
Yeah, and
Makes it real easy for you.
Definitely. Like, and if you want to subscribe and help us out, but you don't want to receive notifications, you can also set it up that way. And then I'll just bombard your Facebook and other social media sites until you see the video. It's all right. I'll find you guys one way or another. 9-9 deuce. Makes me wish I was still in with the hand before.
I remember this one.
Did I try to rob you on this one?
I'm gonna have to try to rob you on this one.
I don't let you do it, do I?
$2 into like 3 or 4.
It's the right bet to get me to fold if I was in a folding type of mood. Mustache type of morning.
Well, I knew you didn't have any of it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and bet 2 and free roll on you.
Jones, you pick one.
Let you do whatever you want. He'll fold it. I'll take it down.
That's a fold. We've already mucked. We're just holding it there out of irritation. God, he's irritating sometimes. Good job, good hand, a good bet. He's playing top quality. Nothing I can do about that. I'm clearly at this point in the game flustered with how it's went. I'm clearly not making A+ decisions, so I'm probably better off that the game ends very shortly after this because I'm not playing A+ poker today at all.
Yeah, I mean, when you finally get there with Jack 6 against Queen 6, you're going to want to...
Oh, and Chinese poker later with the wife, you're just string all day, right?
I think how we're actually going to do this when Season 2 starts is we're going to have the audio stripped from the actual feed. So we're going to have a lot of the banter still going on, and then we're going to commentate on certain spots, and it's going to be kind of a blend of, you know, hearing a little bit more from the guys. And we're going to go back into... I need to be able to strip the audio out so I'm not having to put blocks in the actual video when I'm doing it. For those of you who edit and do this type of stuff on a regular, you all know exactly what I'm talking about with the audio extracts, etc., etc.
Another ace-king.
For you this time, against the massive 9-5 of E-dubs. And what's he going to do? He's going to fold it. He's going to fold. What a great laydown, and then he shows his great laydown. Truly phenomenal fold. Truly phenomenal.
He's obviously on his game.
Clearly on my game for that, at least for that 30 seconds right there of getting away from 9-5 high. Because again, it is three-handed.
Switching over to Madden and later on this evening.
I kid.
My wife and Pix and I will be playing some 25-cent.
I think we got about 3 or 4 hands left. I think that's what we're discussing right here. And those of you who are watching this can actually hear what we're saying. Those of us doing commentary cannot.
At some point in the future,
But I'm pretty sure we got about 3 to 4 hands left, maybe 5. Get you guys some good action these last few hands before I quietly retire to the upstairs.
You look frustrated.
I feel frustrated. I can remember that feeling of thinking, you know what? I'm frustrated.
And a couple of blockers.
About as far as I could, you know, figure
You're
it out.
probably trying to jam it with 6 deuce here. You're so frustrated.
I was considering it, but I decided just to flat, as you can see.
Oh, you are on your game.
No, I don't believe this constitutes as on your game, but I'll let you know.
So what would you rate yourself so far in this game?
Oh, God, like as a letter grade or something?
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's like a D. Like, it was absolutely atrocious. I gambled way too much. I didn't play tight ever. I didn't get value when I had good hands. I literally did everything wrong you could do in a poker game. 3-handed against 2 tight, pretty solid players. So, I mean, like, I played absolute, like, D to F poker. Like, I think there's a few... I could have been more reckless, I guess, is the only way I could have gave myself a worse letter grade. So I could have been reckless. Which might have benefited me. Who knows?
So what do you give Jones so far?
I would say somewhere around a B+. He played multiple hands pretty well there. For some big pots, I think he played some of the smaller pots a little unorthodox, but I'd say he's playing somewhere between B and A- poker.
The 6 deuce tries to bluff on the flop and the turn, I believe, and then gets there on the river and checks it down, and the deuce is good.
That's why I checked behind, because I like,
Well done.
Thank you. You gotta fire when you know you're a liar.
Why you look for value with your Becky?
I don't think I thought it was value. I think I was just happy to turn over and see that somebody just wasn't destroying me with a pair of 6s or something, or 7s.
I know, and I probably still would flat
I guess it would be 7s on that, bro.
Still would flat it.
Another hot hand coming here for you. Ace 10, as always with me. I've got an ace, and I'm not going to play it aggressively. I'd like to think I'd raise with this. I'm in the small blind here, it looks like.
You just get an ace every time you're in the small blind?
Sure. Oh, look, I'm raising. No, I didn't.
No, why would you raise with that hand if you haven't been raising?
Yeah. Yeah, I decided to finally be trying to lay the weeds and trick you.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Maybe if it was suited, I'd raise.
It's not looking like you're tricked so far. In fact, it's not looking like I'm even ahead anymore, is it?
After I won that hand and I gave some of it back. You got more often.
No, I don't like my hand anymore. You guys both picked up gut shots of a different variety. And I don't have a pair still.
Yeah, I was about to say, I
Wow. Leading in there with 8 high.
pretty much in a row.
Heroically.
Yeah, we literally took a food break, and I come back and like ate it on the rest. Like I literally, it was like I didn't have a food break. I ate it, and then I came back and I ate it. Like it was bullshit. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna call. I never make ace high hero calls, but I'm gonna do it here.
I'm gonna let you rob me on that one after I limped
He
in to be coy.
looks like a piece of
Down
shit.
for the home team.
It's almost like I played the hand.
Literally no home team or away team.
Well,
in
you
this.
know,
It's just a
you know, you
three-handed
say that like
poker
it's
game.
offensive. I'm like, oh, you, what a dumb son of a bitch I am. I've invested my life earnings in this guy who plays the hands.
together,
Well, what a stupid financial moron I am to invest in this guy that's playing
Alright,
good.
Jones's chuckle there, you'll think it's about some banter being said, but I'm sure the chuckle is just about the 175 that he's up at the moment. That'd make me chuckle and smile, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, if I was the only one winning the game.
Yeah, I usually am smiling, laughing, and carrying on something fierce if I'm the only one winning in a game. The rest of the people don't enjoy it, but I sure like it. See how I'm pitching the cards angry too? I'm trying to cut Jones's hand with the pieces of plastic. I don't know if it's working, but I'm trying my damnedest. Alright, another ace high for Eric, obviously a monster. Jones is going to limp in here. I've decided I'm going to check it. I think this is usually my approach at the end of a game. If I know we're only playing a few more hands, I usually just kind of check through and I don't do anything too aggressive because there's no opportunity to get my money back. Is usually my take in this situation. Yeah, this is the funny part. This is where he tried to fold like 9 times and it would not fold.
17 times. You're not seeing that as a
Right. He's like, this is my old angle shoot fold.
He's like, I was just like, alright, cool.
Yeah, be sure to try that at your next casino visit.
Yeah, you have to get your chip to touch the card 7 or 8 times in a row and push it forward.
Yeah, he's like, no, I seriously tried to mug, but I
Don't
not
do it at
mug.
Hollywood
You
and
guys never
Kansas
once
City
heard
because
me
you'll
say I'm
probably get
folding.
a 1-round penalty.
Yeah, for not folding the way they
Like
prefer
if you're skilled enough to use a chip to fake flick a card
I actually
16
had
times in a row,
the guy that I
repeatedly
played
on a
mixed games with a
regular
few nights ago is
basis,
like the new
power to you.
poker
That's
room
one
manager
angle
over
shoot
in
that as a
Hollywood. He
dealer,
says that's no
even though I'm
longer their
doing my job, I
policy,
can't stop you from
and that
playing
was
it.
never their real policy. He just had
Like,
some
at the point I
fours
try to
holding
reach
it
out
to
and
the
take
letter
your
of the
cards,
law.
I'm in the wrong as
And
a
once he
dealer because you
realized
have
that's
to
what was
reverse
going on, he
desperation
shut
or
him down
play
on that.
forward action on your
I said,
card.
well, you lost me as a
Unless
full-time
you yell at me,
customer in
dealer,
that 2 or
please
3
take these
weeks you let him
goddamn
run
cards.
him
I
up.
can't fold them
Yeah.
properly.
He goes, oh, well, that's not our policy anymore. Please come back over and check out, he's like, I'm sure you'd like our 240s every couple of Sundays.
You would think with the hands you're getting,
You'd think I'd be winning. Yeah, you'd think I'd be winning or something. It's wild, isn't it?
But I mean, you're playing against something that never loses as well.
Right.
And that's that King 3.
King 3 never loses. We got a little 3-bet action here after Jones made a small raise with his never loses. Pick's thinking about it, considering when 9-10.
He said, I'm going to show discipline and control.
No 4-bet to $45 there or anything?
No, you're getting in with ace queen.
You bet I am. Even if I'm behind.
Yeah. I'll flop you. Because it never loses. Checks are right behind.
Because I wanted to make sure I got there without getting check raised. Now I've got there. Now he's going to check again.
It's one of his 5 remaining aces because there's 6 in the deck.
Right, and I mean, and that's the appropriate amount you want to have when you're trying to play games like this. You definitely don't want to come in with just the regular 4 aces. It's not an efficient way to do business. But with 5 aces, you can really open up your range with your ace highs and make some maneuvers.
Or you can just check behind on the flop.
Clearly, this is complete banter, and there is only 4 aces in the deck. We do count them and check them every time we play poker. We do have a suited up deck, so
Like, I mean, if you have
I'm going to have to take that one down right there. Courageously, might I add. Looks like we have one more hand. That was courageous. I don't see how you would say that's not courageous.
Wow.
Like, I checked when I knew I had been outflopped, and then I bet.
Like at
When
that
the turn
point, I
hit, and I knew
decided
I was
that I
good.
was.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
you
sorry, I
did
didn't
flop,
see
so
it
I
that
decided that if you had me
Well,
out
how'd you
with
see it?
ace king, or you really did flop a
No,
monster,
I'm just saying I didn't see it that way, but I see it now. I see the light.
Right.
You're on your game again.
You know, let me assure you, you should go towards the light. Walk right towards it. It'll get you. Something's going to get you. Alright, let's see this courageous dealer shuffle up and split those cards one more time.
Just wanted $5. You made it 6
Yeah,
I thought 5
beautiful.
was a fair amount.
Poetic motion when this guy deals. One of the best in the world.
It's gonna take a long way back to get to where you need to be.
Well, you know, I gotta win
Oh,
20
yeah.
or 30 or 40.
Tell me this is the last
20
hand.
times 5 would only be 100.
I'm going to have to
So
point
maybe,
my gun.
maybe 40
I
then.
think you did.
I said, or 40.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Those are two very.
I just limp in because that's my strategy apparently this game.
I raised over shooter.
Right. Jones is like, I'd rather not.
I can do it. I'm just gonna do it the traditional way.
Oh. Now I remember. I'm pretty sure you still win the pot.
Yeah, more than likely.
Don't you have the king of clubs? I believe you have the king of clubs, don't you? No, 7 of clubs. Great bet by me. It's not gonna work, is it?
I think I misplayed my shooter.
Yeah, it's looking that way so far.
It's looking like I played it absolutely
Don't you call
awful.
me here, though?
Oh, it's absolutely awful. I don't want to talk about it. You gotta play your shooter like it's ace.
How does Jones let me have that right there? I'm pretty stoked on that. It looks like we do have one more hand after this as well. I'm pretty stoked that he let me have that one.
You didn't even show a card. Like, no integrity.
Y'all forgot. You didn't ask.
So much value.
I
In
showed enough
fact,
cards
I can
throughout
only
the
hit a
night.
6 or a
Y'all
club,
paid to see
assuming
enough
I
of
don't
it,
have
so
a
it's
club.
fine.
If you
And
have
you
a
can
club,
see it later on the video, so it's
and I can hit a
all
6.
good. It's all
A
good.
non-club 6, please, is what I was asking for if you looked me up there then. Need a 6 of diamonds on the river.
And going into the last hand, we'll give one more shout out to Talking Dog Productions with Joel DeLita, and with Winners Poker League with Tamara Diaz and Darcy Kavanaugh. That's in Perth, Australia. Talking Dog Productions is out of California. Fantastic, good time. Check both those channels out on YouTube. Again, that's Talking Dog Productions, and that is Winners Poker League. That's WYNNERS. Winners with a WYNN. Check them out for sure. It's fantastic, good stuff. And let's give you one last flop for the night.
Does that work?
I guess, yeah, sure. Fine.
Do I have an ace for the 37th time again? In a losing effort?
Nope.
You got another ace again, but I'm
No, you sure do, though, don't you? And I'm in there with you. I got a 3. I got a 2 pair. 2 pairs good, Father Pat.
I hope you think that.
I'm about to. Hold on. I think you're going to lead a little something here. There was a little $2 holler. Oh, no, I bet that. And then you called, and I'm going to have to try one more time on the river.
Are you?
I think so. Let's see for a second. Nope. Check, check.
you have an ace every time.
Ace crack wins.
Yo, don't forget your
No way we're going to play one more hand, are we? Oh, did Jones want to finish the day on the button or something? Or how did that work?
It's irritating having to deal and play dickheads. Irritants? You're
Thought it was.
Yeah, I thought it ended at that point as well, but we still got about a minute 20, so perhaps we do have one more left in this. Aren't we resilient, guys?
Anything that's not exact.
I'm resilient. Jones is just sitting there cruising over my face with a car.
appreciate it. I'll try. You know, maybe if I get enough of those, I can finally get those special pills out
I remember when vehicular homicide was illegal and this dude ran me down.
to make me taller.
got tire
Oh,
marks
they
on
make
it.
you taller, depending on where you
You
use
actually
the
just let me have it.
That's what he said.
It's looking like that's the case.
Alright, I'll tell you what.
I don't think I want to see this 7 deuce flop here, but we'll see what happens. Jones says I'm going to call it a day.
I'm still gonna call. So I'm
Lock
gonna
up that capital, he says with a grin. I'm going to have to call because I've had a bad day. I'm relentless. Almost to the point where it's dangerous. I flopped it. I did not flop it.
Alright, you're gonna try something fancy on the last hand with 7 Dewey.
I hope not.
You just did.
How bad was yours?
It worked.
Every time.
Alright, that's the little feather in your cap to win the last hand with 7 deuce, even though you lost nothing.
So what does that get your grade up
Oh
to?
yeah.
D plus.
Alright.
D plus for all those little
That's
small
that.
pots I took down at the end playing good.
Pickle, I'm pretty sure both stuck. So you
Alright guys, that's it.
Yeah, we are out. Cash Cows Poker TV. We love it. Catch us next time.